This is AWR Microwave Office series for beginners. In this video, we will learn how to set up a circuit of current dependent current sources and current dependent voltage sources and try to understand its working by a couple of simulations using AWR. So let's get started. In the first step of this video, we are going to open AWR design environment from the start menu, and then we are going to create a new schematic for current dependent current sources or current controlled current sources. To do that, we'll just select the circuit schematic, right click over new schematic, and let's name it current controlled current sources underscore circuit and click over create button. Once the schematic has been created, we are just going to maximize it. Now we are good to place circuit elements on this schematic canvas. To do that, either we can place from the element window or we can press Ctrl L on our keyboard. And here search for current controlled current sources. So CC, here we go. So this is current controlled current sources closed form. We'll just click over OK button and we'll place it here. Now if we'll zoom fit the entire window, here you can see we have a lot of properties which we are not going to use in this simulation. So we are going to just disable some of these. To do that, we'll double click over this element and we are going to hide phase offset. So let's hide phase offset, break frequency and time delay and click over OK button. Next, we are going to talk about this current controlled current source circuit element. So like voltage dependent voltage sources, the current dependent current source also has two sides. One is the control variable side, which is this side, and another one is output variable side. So as its name suggests, we need to add current source at the control variable, and then this will cause the current flow at the output variable side. Now we'll talk about the resistors on both sides of this circuit element. So let's talk about R1 first. So R1 is the current sensing resistors at the control variable side. And for ideal circuit element, the R1 should be 0. So there will be no voltage drop across 1 and 2 terminal. Now let's talk about the output resistance of current controlled current sources. And the purpose is pretty much same. So to model the non-ideal scenarios, we have to add the values for R2. But in case of ideal scenarios, the R2 should be infinite or an open circuit. Why? Because it depicts the losses across terminal 3 and terminal 4, and in case of ideal circuit, if there will be no losses, then this R2 will be infinite. Now if we double click over the element, we can clearly see to make the output resistance infinite, we have to make its value 0 ohm. Alright. So from that, we got to know the R1 and R2 should be 0 ohm. So let's make that 0. In the next step of this video, we are going to create the circuit as you can see on your screen. So you can clearly see we have a current source of 3 ampere and the control variable is Ix, the current which is flowing through 2 ohm resistor. And we have current controlled current source and its output variable which is dependent on control variable. It's 2 times of control variable. Alright. So we are going to make this circuit quickly, and then we'll try to understand its simulation results. So as soon as the schematics connections are done, make sure you have added M is equal to 2. That will be the 2 times of our control variable. The control variable is in series with this 2 ohm resistor. The current which is going into the 2 ohm resistor, it should be going through this control variable side of this current dependent current source. Now to do that, we'll simply delete this wire and we'll add this R1 resistor in series of this 2 ohm resistor. Now to do that, we'll just simply click over the first terminal. We'll just route it like that. And the second terminal will go to R2. So as you can see, now this R1 is in series with 2 ohm resistor, and the current which is flowing into the 2 ohm, which is Ix, will go through these control variable, and then it will be multiplied by 2 on this output variable side. Alright. Make sure the direction of current should be placed correctly in case of current source and in case of current dependent current sources. Now in the next step, we are going to annotate for voltage and current. To do that, we'll simply select the schematic, right click and click over add annotation. Now from here, you have to select all the DCIA current, click over apply, and then we'll select all the voltage sources on every node, apply and OK. Next, we are going to simulate this circuit. To do that, we'll click over this simulate button. So once the simulation has been done, we can clearly see the amount of current flowing to this 2 ohm resistor, which is 1.2 amps. It's flowing through the controlled variable side. And similarly, you can see the voltage on both terminal is same because the R1 is 0 ohm. Similarly, at this side, you can see the voltage is going to 0 volt from 24 volt. So that means it is connected to ground. So that means there is no current flow through R2 and the value of R2 is infinite. Similarly, you can see the current is multiplying by 2. So at this side, at the control variable side, we have 1.2 amps of current, and at the output variable side, it's multiplied by multiplier, which is 2 in our case. So similarly, you can analyze the calculated results with the simulated results, and you can see you're getting the correct values or not. At the same time, you can make this circuit more complex. You can add other circuit elements and try to simulate that and understand how current dependent current sources works. In the next step of this video, we are going to do the same simulation for current controlled voltage sources. To do that, we'll simply create another schematic. So I'm just going to minimize it, right click, click over new schematic, and this time we'll name it current controlled voltage source underscore circuit and click over create button. To place the current controlled voltage source, we'll just press Ctrl L on our keyboard, and here we'll search for CCVS. So we got the current controlled voltage source closed form. Let's click over OK button and we'll place it somewhere here. Like we did with the current source, we are going to disable a couple of parameters which we are not going to use in this schematic. So we'll just double click here and we'll hide phase offset, break frequency and time delay and click over OK button. Let's click over this zoom fit to discuss about that. Now in this case, it is pretty much clear. So the control variable side is the current source. It should be connected to a current source in the circuit. And the output variable side is voltage source. So it should be connected where we need to connect the voltage source. We are going to make this circuit as you can see on your screen. But before that, we have to disable these R1 and R2. And since we know that these resistors are connected in series, so we'll just make them 0 ohm to make it ideal current dependent voltage source. Now in the next step, I'm just going to make this circuit. As soon as the schematic is ready and we have made all the connections, in the next step, we are going to connect the current control variable, which should be connected in series with this R2 like we did in the current controlled current sources. Now to do that, we'll just delete this wire and make sure this should be connected here and another terminal will be connected at the R2 register. And here you can see the control variable side is connected in series of this R2 register, which is 10 ohm in this case. And make sure the multiplier is 4 here as given in the schematic. Now in the next step, we are going to annotate that. And again, to do that, we'll just right click here, go to add annotation, select the current values and all the voltage nodes and click over OK. Next, we are going to run the simulation. To do that, we'll click over this analyze button. So you can just match these simulated results with your calculated values. At the same time, you can make this circuit more complex and analyze the simulation results. So that's it for current controlled current sources and current controlled voltage sources. In the next video, we'll talk about what is voltage controlled current sources and how to do the simulation for that. Now before closing this, we are just going to save this project. To do that, we'll go to File and click over Save Project. I'm going to save it on desktop and click over Save button. For more tutorials, visit us at resources.emaeda.com and don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel.